So I'm delighted. I'm delighted to see that it is that it is back in person again at this year's conference. So I now move on to Friday's agenda. Now, Friday is a very busy day because that we have to have 8 semi-finals. We've had to squeeze everything in and try and keep it run to a tight time schedule. So I also thought about it important that there will be a number of people at the conference who will be their first ever conference. So I'm going to hold a first timers event where they can find out what happens at at the conference. We also will have 4 workshops on that day, including Anthony Garvey, who won District 91 last year. And I know a lot of people down in Kerry know Anthony very well. So he'll be delivering a workshop on the Friday afternoon. As I said, we have the 8 speech contest semi-finals. And then we'll also have a thing called Candidates Corner. And that is back at the conference again this year. And this is where that the people who are going up for election for district roles, that you will get an opportunity to meet them and that they will actually promote themselves, and hopefully that they will succeed in getting your at the council meeting the next day. So that's what Candidates Corner is all about. And then in the evening time, well, what can we say? It's the opening ceremony, including the parade of flags. We will then be followed by the buffet. The theme is the Roaring Twenties, dress code, and we were just talking about maybe that The Great Gatsby is probably one of the films that everybody can get their dress sense from. We'll then have music after the buffet from Johnny Graham. Now, Johnny will also be bringing a friend of his along, and trust me, you will be entertained for 2 hours. I have no doubt. I've seen Johnny on many occasions, and he's outstanding. He's been in the business over 50 years, so you needn't worry. And then, of course, the crack. We have an area set aside on the Friday evening for the crack. So it's off to bed then, and then Saturday morning. Saturday we'll have 4 workshops, including Lou Holland, Gary Darby will be among 2, and Sean Dewan. And I just can't remember the 4th person at the moment. We then, of course, have the very important District 71 Council meeting, which is the District 71 business meeting, and also there will be the elections of the incoming district officers for the year. After that, we have lunch. Lunch is included on Friday and Saturday. I want to make that in all packages, lunch is included on Friday and Saturday. And after lunch, then we'll have the keynote speaker. And our keynote speaker this year is Roger Says. Is Therese on the call, Danny?
I can't see him now.
Maybe just to say a couple of words about Roger, because it was Therese who nabbed Roger. And after our keynote speaker, of course, we have the District 71 International Speech Contest final, followed by the table topics. And once that they're over, then in the evening, we'll have a drinks reception. We'll have the evening banquet. I have the menu for the evening banquet, and it looks pretty meaty, let me say. And then after that, we'll have dancing to the music of the Lolls. And for the people that don't know, the Lolls have been voted the best wedding band in Ireland over the last number of years. And then we come to Sunday. So Sunday, we're going to have a District 71 Hall of Fame. So maybe, Elizabeth, you might like to say a couple of words about the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Mr. Conference Director. Yes, the Hall of Fame is something we really want to bring back to our district. We had it last year in Liverpool, and it worked really well. It's a chance to recognise some of the members of our district who have gone above the call of duty, the members who have gained awards and so on. So it's going to be a great event, and we're looking forward to seeing many of you up on the stage to receive awards. So it's good, really good to see the Hall of Fame back on our agenda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam District Director. I do remember previous Hall of Fames going back over the years, the pride of standing up on the stage on a Sunday morning, receiving an award from the then outgoing immediate past District Director. It was certainly it was very humbling, also a great honor to receive the award. After the Hall of Fame, then we'll have again our keynote speaker, Roger Sazer. And then that'll be followed by the District 71 Humorous Speech Contest Final, and the District 71 Speech Evaluation Contest Final. And if you've any energy left at this stage, we will then have the closing ceremony. And the closing ceremony will also include the parade of flags, which will be by the following year's conference. So I just had a rough, the conference packages. Now the early bird is still available for the full weekend, and that's €210, and that's still available up to the 31st of March. Now we will have other 2 days and 1 day's packages. I just want to check the prices of those just to make sure. We will put them up on the site shortly. What we're going to do next is we're going to launch the Friday and Saturday, and the Saturday and Sunday packages. Then after that, then will be the 1 day packages. So if you haven't booked yet and you're seriously considering booking, let me assure you that in for a treat the whole weekend. There's nothing like a district conference. Nothing like it, let me assure you. And it'd be my honor to be there to welcome each and every one of you. So just the final slide. As I said, looking forward to welcome you. It's the first all-in-person event since 2019, and the first all-in-person conference in Ireland since 2018. There is another member of the commission who's on the meeting, and perhaps that Linda Crofton would like to say a couple of words. So I'll just hand over to Linda, if Linda is willing to say a couple of words.
Good evening, everybody. It's really nice to see everybody on the call. I do have a message I'd like you to take back to your clubs, and that is the really important thing about coming to a Toastmasters meeting is going to be networking. That it really is a chance to meet different people from different clubs, that if you're ever on holiday or you're ever traveling, you can always go visit those clubs. So it's good to get to know people in person. It's so different. Now, I'm aware that you might have people in the clubs who would love to come to the conference, but maybe their partner can't come, or their husband or their wife can't come, or maybe they're just traveling by themselves and they would really like to go, but they don't want to be left out or get scared where they're going to sit at the dinner table or be left out at the coffee conversation. So I have decided to run a walk in Dublin. It's going to be on April the 27th for people in Dublin who are coming to the conference, and they're like a solo traveler. And they just want to do a little bit of networking before they get to the conference, so they can sort of see a familiar face when they arrive. And I'm going to be doing a little walking Saturday morning from 10 o'clock through Dublin, and we'll all go get a coffee afterwards in a really nice place. And for those of you who are going to be traveling over from the UK, I know maybe you're stopping in Dublin for one night beforehand or en route. Please reach out to me and contact me. I'm really happy to walk you around the city, take you for coffee, and just make you sort of feel at home if you're passing through Dublin. So you can contact me through the website. Look back through our different posts and you'll see my face, and connect with me on LinkedIn, however you like. But I'm really happy to be welcoming you all, and I look forward to seeing you at the conference. You're very welcome.
Thank you, Linda. This antivirus keeps coming in the way, keeps interfering with my. Yeah. So that really is the gist of the conference. Now, I know that there's some of you that haven't booked and are probably looking for accommodation. There is alternative accommodation. There's a guest house, which is about a 3-minute walk from the hotel. And then you also have, there's a couple of hotels around Portlaoise. There's also a fact I know from previous conferences that people shared twin rooms. So if anyone is on their own in a twin room and would like to maybe spread the cost of the room and they're willing to share with somebody else, then can they please let me know, and that we can put it out and hopefully find a willing partner for you, so that for the weekend that you can split the costs of the hotel room. As I know that it's happened before at previous conferences where that people have reached out and have actually shared and split the cost, which sometimes, as it is, I know myself from going to previous conferences, it is pretty costly, you know, it is costly, but that's why that we've tried to keep the early bird at a reasonable rate to try and give as many people as possible the opportunity to come to the conference, and to, because I think €210 is certainly a reasonable rate. Now, the website for which I did have on this slide as well, and somehow seems to have disappeared on me. The website is www.thefort2024.com, and on it you'll find out all the information plus the link for the book the conference. And as I said, that we will be launching the 2-day packages over this coming weekend. Now, I think, Danny, I think that we can actually move on to the question and answer session, as I'm sure that there's plenty of people that have questions. So if you want to hand it over.
Okay, thank you, Peter, and thank you for everybody for that. Can you just stop sharing your screen, please, Peter?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Yes, I think it's going to be a fantastic weekend. And I think there's going to be so much for lots of different people. It's not just contests. There are going to be workshops. There are going to be opportunities to network, to discuss with people from around the division and district, and probably outside that as well, because I do know there will be a couple of people coming from outside the district. So it's a fantastic opportunity. You have the dates. Peter's gone through that. So if you have any questions, please just put your virtual hand up, which, if you're not sure where that is, if you look at the bottom of your screen, there's a little reactions button. If you press that, it allows you to raise your hand. So Justin, I'll welcome Justin to the floor with his question.
Justin was actually my very first president 20 years ago, so we go back a long time.
That's aging you, Justin.
Happy days, Peter. And listen, many congratulations to you and the committee for organising this event. I definitely appreciate it being a significant undertaking. So thank you so much indeed for doing that. I was just wondering, at what point would you be able to confirm the timings around some of these, the activities that are going on Friday through to Sunday? I wonder if those details will be known shortly, or would it be right up until closer to the conference time that we'll get to find that out?
No, we will be publicising the final programme on the on certainly on the website by the end of March at the very latest. But I can tell you that the speech semi-finals, the humorous speech and the table topics will begin at 11 a.m. on the Friday, and the international speech and the speech evaluation semi-finals, they will begin at 2:15 on the Friday afternoon. I can confirm that. So the first workshops are going to be, I think the first timers event is going to be at 9 a.m.
Yeah, okay. Very much looking forward to it, Peter, and very
And looking forward to seeing you there and drag Melissa with you. Sorry. Thank
Okay.
you. Sue.
Thank you, Justin. PRM Sue.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter, for your presentation. And I know you're working really hard on bringing this event together. So I give you a big round of applause for that. And also, I was asked a question when I was promoting this event, and it was to find out whether there will be a DVD for the conference, because I don't know if that's something that we'll be doing, because I know that's something they used to do before, but I'm not sure if you've got any plans to make any kind of things around the event as a keepsake for people.
Unfortunately, Sue, the answer to that is no, because, and it's simple, the last conference in 2016, we did do a DVD, and it led to major issues, including you went over budget thanks to the DVD, and no, we are trying to keep the conference in budget, and so unfortunately that there won't be a DVD of the conference this year.
Thank you for your feedback, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate that you're looking at keeping the cost as low as possible for as many members to attend. So hopefully you'll have a great conference. So back to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I'll hand
Teresa.
it back to Danny.
Thanks.
Have we lost Danny, have we?
Teresa.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
I'm looking forward to the conference very much. This is probably my third conference I've been to, and I really look forward to it. A couple of things I want to ask. You said that the lunch on Sunday is not included. Is
Sure.
there a chance to get lunch there at the
Yeah.
Sunday? And what time are you envisaging the conference to finish on the Sunday? Is there any ideas?
We will hope to have the conference finished by 1:30 at the very latest.
1:30. Oh, thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, because before it's finished about 4, isn't it? Before, but
No,
thank you very much.
You know, given the fact that people have to travel back to the UK in the evening,
Yes.
it's probably worth that to give them plenty of time to get to the airport. Now we are working on having a coach going back on the Sunday, so we're still working on that.
Thank you very much for that information.
Welcome,
Looking
Teresa.
forward to meeting you. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Teresa.
you very much, Teresa.
Michelle.
Thanks, Peter, for such a lovely talk, and also Danny, nice to see you virtually again. My question is, I've checked the hotels and there's no availability for booking. Do you have some special arrangement with the hotel that those who are a part of Toastmaster will have booking?
Well, I'm working on trying to work a deal with the Midlands Park and also the Maldron, so they'll be coming back to me hopefully either tomorrow or Friday, because I am trying to work a deal with them where that, so that people who unfortunately have we were allocated 60 rooms in the kitchen, and all the rooms have been taken, so we are working with the we've spoken to the guest house and to the Midlands Park and the Maldron, and hopefully that they will come back with packages for us.
Thank you. And my other question, I probably will reach out to Linda on this one. I noticed the only airport is Dublin, so is there like a direct train from the airport in?
No, there is a direct coach service from Dublin Airport that drops you outside a hotel. But for, as I said, that I am trying to organise transport. If there is enough need for it, then I will try and provide transport for the delegates to get from Dublin Airport to Portlaoise. But there is a bus service, a direct bus service called Dublin Coach, and it's the route number 226, and it drops you right outside the hotel. And the stop is a 1 minute walk from the hotel going back. As I said, particularly for the Sunday, I am trying to arrange a bus back to Dublin Airport for the English delegates,
Thank you,
for
and I
the
look
UK
forward.
delegates.
Thank you, and I look forward to being there.
Thank you, Michelle. We look forward to having you. Welcome to the conference. Are you coming on the Thursday or the Friday?
I'm going to come on the Thursday because now I've seen the program. I will be coming on the Thursday. I'll probably come on the Thursday.
I just want to ask you just one question. Are you competing?
Pardon me?
Are you one of the contestants, or are you just?
I am one of the contestants.
You? Sorry, Michelle, I missed that.
I'm one of the contestants.
Which contest are you in?
Table topic.
Okay. Can you just send me an email, pfkieran@gmail.com, and I'll try and figure out something for you, okay?
Danny, could you pop that in the chat for me, please? I didn't get his email address. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate.
Yes, I'll do that in a minute. Of course, all this is going up on the website. So if people want to double check things, there are, check the website on a regular basis. Are there any more questions?
Actually, can I just ask a question? Do we, again, always looking ahead, and forgive me of this actually, but will it be known by the end of the conference as to where the next year's conference will be? Is that been established? Is anybody able to tell me whether it's in the UK or whether it's in Ireland?
It will be in the UK.
In the UK.
Okay.
Um,
Any hint as to where?
No.
Okay.
We're all tight-lipped, Justin. We
After
try and get this conference over first.
Okay, thank you.
No, it's in the UK, and then it alternates each year. So where are we? What year are we in? 2024, so 2026 we're back in Ireland. So yeah, so we'll do that. Sorry, were there any more, have we got questions? I'm sure there must be questions. DD Elizabeth.
I am keen to know whether there will be an opportunity for the famous Ted Corcoran sing-along. Is that part of the crack, or is that?
Yeah, that'd be
part
part of the crack. Yeah.
On the Friday. Is that
well,
the
it
Friday or
depends on-
Saturday?
Well, it depends on when Ted is coming, because I know when I spoke to him in December, he said he was only coming down probably on the Saturday for the day. Now I don't know whether he's actually has plans to stay overnight or not. So that's right. So maybe you've been talking to Ted.
I'll speak to him. Yeah.
Maybe
Because
you've been talking to Ted, and you know more than I do.
I will, because his sing-along, particularly at the convention, is like standing room only. So we absolutely have to have him at our conference.
Oh, absolutely, and
I'll
it's been
talk to him.
it has been an integral part, and has been good fun. Gives people an opportunity to play an instrument, or to sing a song, or to recite a poem, and to network and socialize, because it's so busy during the day that you don't get much opportunity to socialize, and the crack will give people the opportunity, if they still have the energy, of course.
Yeah. Could you give an indication of the topics, just some broad topics for the workshops? What are we in for?
See, unfortunately, I left my phone at home, but we have one, and it's laughing yoga, which is Luke Burchill. We have Gary Darby, who's giving one on artificial intelligence.
Mm.
Now, I know that Anthony Garvey on the Friday is giving a very interesting workshop on clubs. Now, let me just see now if I have the details here.
It's like, Peter, I don't need details. I'm just keen to know the sort of
Yeah, I
big
know, but
picture
I
of
just
what,
want to, and of course we have Patricia Radley who's on the call. And Patricia, maybe perhaps you might want to give some information on your workshop, which I think is on pathways, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm just curious, so in terms of workshops, will we be able to see all the workshops, or will some of them be running in parallel? If I remember correctly, some of those are, maybe 2 workshops run in parallel. So even though you mentioned 4 workshops per day, in reality, you got a maximum of 2 workshops that you're going to get to see.
On the Friday, there's going to be 2 workshops that are running parallel, and that is the one that's by Vincent Delaney, and his one might be of interest to particularly some of the contestants in the speech. It's to do with it's about stagecraft, how you use the stage while delivering a speech. And there's also a panel discussion at the same time on about judging. But the first timers is probably a standalone event. Now, I know that Patricia Radley was due to give her workshop on the Friday afternoon. I'm not sure if that's going ahead on the Friday afternoon because I see that Anthony Garvey has been slotted into that time. So I'm waiting on the full schedule to be sent back to me. But as soon as we have the full schedule, we will be putting it up on the website. Full schedule and the full program for the weekend.
Peter,
Okay,
I think I saw a question around sponsorship for the conference. Did you answer that one?
Yeah, we are looking for sponsorship. Now, we have a meeting with the Laois County Council next week. So we are hoping to get some funding off them that they can give us up to €3,000. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to put my begging cap on, and hopefully that's because it's important for us to try and break even. And it's important for us to try and keep the costs down for the delegates who are attending. So we estimate that our budget is in the region of 30,000 for the weekend. And we just need to try and bridge that gap. And hopefully if anyone knows of any organization who might be willing to sponsor, that we'd be willing to honor them on our website and also to give them an ad in our conference program. So if anyone knows of any organization who might be interested in helping the conference to achieve its what we want to achieve is a break-even conference. If anyone knows of any organization, it'd be great to put them in either myself or one of the other conference teams so that we can discuss with them. Now I see that Linda Crofton had a raised hand there.
Well, it's just to explain a little bit extra about the sponsorship. You can see it on our website. So we have packages that range all the way from 2,500 down to 500. And those include tickets to the conference. They include having your banner at the conference. They include having a page in our conference, the conference booklet that's given out. And we will, of course, promote them all over the websites. I've reached out to different companies like JP Morgan. I reached out to Tangent, to Trinity, because they could promote their courses. So all of you, there's 33 of you on this call. Everybody knows somebody who spends money on marketing. So encourage them to spend it at a Toastmasters conference where, our theme is learning, giving confidence back to people and public speaking. So encourage anybody you know. This is a great chance to promote your business, and all the team will really help promote it even more further for you. We have 11,000 people on the District 71 LinkedIn page alone. So the reach from this conference for somebody you know is great. And we also have, we're looking for raffle prizes as well. That's a different kind of a level. But if you know somebody, put them in touch with us and we'll follow up with them. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Linda. Yeah, I second that. If anybody has any contacts, please contact the team. Peter, I've got one question. Well, I've got lots of questions, but there's one question. Can you explain for the people on the call who are from the UK, who may not know what the crack is, and maybe a little bit bemused? If you could perhaps do that, please. Peter, come back.
I think he must be getting ready to sing.
Would anybody else like to explain? Oh, he's dropped off the call. Is there anybody else from Ireland who would like to explain it? Because it's on the agenda and some people might not know what it means.
Can I invite District Director Elizabeth Jordan to just tell us what happened last year and what was the best part of the crack that you remember?
I've been going to conferences for many years, and I have to say the crack is one of the most fun and fantastic things. I see Peter's back in the room. I mean, it's uniquely Irish. I love it. So I'm going to hand over to Peter, but just said, if you've got a crack this year, I'll be amongst your guests because I just love it. Peter, do you want to, Danny was inviting you to explain what the crack is all about to the people from across the water who may not appreciate what the crack is.
Well, it really is a networking and some aspect of it, where people get an opportunity to sing a song, to recite a poem, to play an instrument, basically to have fun. It's called the crack because crack is the Irish for fun, and that's what it is. It's a fun part of the conference, and it's a great way to finish off the day. And it's been a huge success. Any ones that I've been at over the years, it's been great, because you really get to know your fellow conference attendees, and also that there are some of them have hidden talents, and trust me, they have hidden talents. I know what TED sing-along is like at the international conventions. They are infamous. And so hopefully it'd be great now to reignite. And with the likes of Philip Campani and a few others, I'm sure that they will really, and Martin Farrell, that they will really get it going. So it's going to be on the Friday and the Saturday night. I do remember actually just one particular conference where that years ago, it used to be two separate conferences. It used to be the autumn and the spring. So the autumn, you'd have the humorous speech contest on the Saturday and the table topics contest final on the Sunday. And I do remember two contestants from the table topics going into their briefing straight from the crack at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was still going on. So that just shows you what can happen at a conference. So I'm really looking forward to it. We do have an area set aside, Madam District Director.
Thank you very much for that explanation, Peter. It will clear up a lot of issues. Audrey, oh, you just put your thumb up. Okay, sorry, I thought it was your hand. Sorry.
Yeah. I have, yes. Can I speak? Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say congratulations to the organizing group. It's absolutely fantastic. I haven't been to a conference since way back. I was in Stratford-on-Avon one time for a great one way back years ago with Shakespeare and all that. And then I had one in Killiney in Dublin. I had one in the Silver Springs in Cork. And then I took a great big gap. And I'm back in Toastmasters since 2016. So we were a very new club down in West Cork, the West Cork Toastmasters. And this is all new at this stage to our members. And I've been doing my best to try and encourage them, but we're a very young club, and as a result, they don't know anything about conferences. So I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to get there myself or not, or whether I have anybody else coming with me. But fingers crossed, you never know what might happen. And I do want to ask you one question. Is it possible to bring a guest to, say, the Saturday banquet or the Friday night?
There will be separate, hopefully that we will have separate tickets available for the banquet for partners. Yes, we have that very, very much in mind. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I have been asked that question a couple of times, and yes, we will have separate tickets available for partners for the banquet. By the way, my first conference was down in Inchydoney in 2004.
Oh,
yeah.
I wasn't involved at that stage, right?
No, no.
So I hope they did a good job, Peter, but I'm sure you will do a good job. And the crack will be mighty, I'm sure. I think the people from the UK, one thing should be pointed out, that it's not spelt C-R-A-C-K, because that's very dangerous spelling. So it's the Irish spelling you have to use.
C-R-A-I-C, yes.
C-R-A-I-C,
Yeah.
Okay, so just be careful of that, right? It's a different kind of crack.
Yeah.
It's Irish crack. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much for that, Audrey. Yeah, the first time I came across the word, I was a little bit bemused, but it's been explained to me now, so
it's about fun.
it's fun. Yeah, entertainment, having a good time. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to divert it. I just, it is a word that is not common in England, in English, and it's misinterpreted in many ways. I'll shut up now. Are there any more questions? Well, then we have finished slightly earlier. What I would say is that I've been working with Peter over this last year. I had the opportunity to visit Portlaoise last year and visit the hotel. I know that there's a great team working on this with Peter as the director. There's a lot of people working on it and putting in a lot of hard work for this to work. I am thoroughly looking forward to it in May, and I'm fully looking forward to meeting lots of you who are on this call, whether you come for the full weekend or whether you come for a day. It's a fantastic opportunity to catch up with people. It's a fantastic opportunity to see people rather than just these little squares these rectangles that we've got here. It's actually a wonderful opportunity to meet people and find out what they like. I nowhere look in real life like I do on the screen. So maybe that is a positive thing. But
no, I was just going to say that if anyone is thinking of coming for the day, perhaps that they might, particularly with a club, that they might think about organising a minibus, because it really is just off the motorway, just the far side of Portlaoise. It's on the Dublin side of Portlaoise, and I know that I've had queries with area directors that are actually asking me about that. They want to bring a group, and if we can do a group, for a day. And if you want to think about it, I mean, either the Saturday or the Sunday, indeed, just to bring a group and just to get them to experience for a couple of hours what a conference is about, because they will be blown by it. Sorry, Madam District Director, I see that you had your hand up.
Yes, I want to say two things very, very quickly. This year is the 100th anniversary of Toastmasters. So I believe it's a year of celebration. So this is the best year to be attending a conference. I think we're all in the room. Some people have got their cameras on, but who's actually coming to the conference? Who've actually booked and are coming? By show of hands. Oh, dear me, Finbar, your hand hasn't gone up. Okay, so at least some of us are going, but there's still time to spread the word. Please spread the word to your clubs, areas, divisions. Let's make this a fantastic conference.
I was actually speaking to Liz Welch over the weekend, and she was saying that her clubs in her areas are not aware of the conference. So I was thinking perhaps that we might do a flyer and attach it to an email and then get the district to actually send it out to all the.
we can
Yeah.
we can reach you off thing.
Yeah,
And I want to
yeah.
say, Peter, last year I was the conference director for the conference in Liverpool.
Yeah.
It was, and I know how challenging it is. So I really
Mm.
take my hat off to you and the team, your wonderful team. I was also at the conference you led in Dublin in 2016. I've still got my mug, and when you
Mhm.
did a fantastic job. So
Yeah.
your kudos to you and the team, and we're
Yeah.
all behind you. This is
I
going
just
to be
want to
fantastic.
pay. I just want to honor, just while we're on the call,
Mm.
the rest of the team and
Yeah.
their Vincent Delaney, Patricia Duffy, Michael McCann, David Clinton, Therese Kinahan, Declan Brophy. Of course, we have Linda and we have Jimmy, and of course Liz Welch and Olga Byrne, and they're all working hard in the background. And hopefully that in May you will see the fruition of hard work. It is an honor to be the district director or division director. Sorry, not division, the conference director. Excuse me, I'm just caught up. But it's been a long day. But it is an honor to be the conference director,
Conference
and
director.
you do have to step out of your comfort zone at times. You have to appeal, go the extra mile when it comes to sponsorship, particularly, which we tried last year. Hopefully that we will be a little bit more
get more money.
successful this year.
Yes.
I was talking to somebody today and I mentioned about the fact of sponsorship and what we might be able to do for them, and they are interested. So we are going to talk. So hopefully that will come to fruition.
Good. Okay. That's good.
Well,
thank you
very
everyone
much for
for coming on the call, and I hope that I've answered all the questions. But Michelle, as I said, if you want to email me in private, we see what can be done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for attending. And see you all in Portlaoise.
And may I say
Could you
that it was
repeat the
good.
email again, please?
It's P.F. Kieran, Kieran.
Yes. Just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you put it in the chat, Peter?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And don't forget, on the Saturday morning, the hot